Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a very exciting video. You know I get excited when we're talking single eyeshadows. Now I've done a single eyeshadow tag, you've seen my collection. I've been doing all these color themed collection videos. I did the yellow, the latest, and I did a whole month of greens, a blue, but especially in the last yellow, I had filmed that just a few days before a new order came in. And I wanted to add the new yellows in, but then it was a little bit complicated for me to re-edit everything and film because I was just very busy in actual real life. So I didn't manage that. But the best thing I can do is actually to show you as soon as possible the new eyeshadows I received. This is going up before the haul, so you're gonna see these shadows here first. But we are talking today about Lethal Cosmetics and their eyeshadows. I have already made a review on my blog of the first round of eyeshadows I ordered with Lethal Cosmetics in November, I think Black Friday. But I am going to bring it to YouTube as well because, first of all, I love the brand. And second of all, I know that many of you don't even know I have a blog. So I was like, oh, let's show them on YouTube. Lethal Cosmetics is a Berlin-based brand. I am reading a bit from online here. They started making cruelty-free and vegan makeup in 2016. They have now to date eyeshadows and liquid lipsticks and beautiful, beautiful palettes. For now, I have only ever ordered eyeshadows, and that is because the liquid lipsticks, first of all, I'm not wearing liquid lipsticks much these days, and the price tag is a little bit high. The liquid lipsticks retail for 17 euros, whereas the eyeshadows are 6 euros each, or when ordered in a 12-pan palette, you get a 30% discount on the price of the palette plus 12 eyeshadows. Let me show you. They have a few different palette styles and I have two of them. This one here is the black and it has the AB in it, and this one instead is white with some shiny geometric things, patterns. I don't know how to explain it. Their symbol is absolutely beautiful, their logo, and here you can see it better actually on the black one. These palettes are completely blank and they are magnetic. The eyeshadow pans are squared and come with their logo imprinted on it. Now, you don't see it on many eyeshadows here because the logo actually comes off quite quickly with swatching and using the eyeshadows a few times. I now have 27 eyeshadows, and the reason for that is I buy a palette with 12 eyeshadows that comes to 58 euros 80 around about, at least last time I bought it, that was the price. But then shipping is free after a purchase of 65 euros. So since shipping is the cost of an eyeshadow, I just buy an extra eyeshadows. Reach the Lethal Cosmetic website, you can see, for example, free shipping to the Netherlands is for 65 and over. But what is the most interesting part here is a new feature that they added, I want to say in 2019, because when I did my previous order, it wasn't there. At the end of the eyes section, where you can see all of the eyeshadows they have, there's bundles with discounts. But the most interesting thing I find is this palette designer. I think it's brilliant. You start with an empty palette, and here on the right you find a list of all the eyeshadow per finish. So you can click on it and it will add it automatically, or you can drag and drop your eyeshadows as you prefer and move them around and build your perfect palette. So I think this is genius. I love it. It's very aesthetically pleasing. If you have an account, you can also save palettes and have them in your account. And if you fill a palette, let me fill it all up for you. You can see that if it's not filled, we have now a total of 60 euros. But let me fill it up just with random shadows now. when you fill a palette with 12 eyeshadows and you buy them all together, instead of 84 euros, you will be spending 58.80. That brings it down to €5 an eyeshadow plus a free palette. I think that's a great deal. It's not cheap, but you can organize and choose your palette as you want it to be. They will be shipped in single pans with the palette separately, and you'll have to assemble it yourself. But for the rest, I think it is amazing. You can share it, you can save it. I think this is one of the most brilliant things. You can choose what palette, if you want the Hive palette, which is the black one, if you want the Synergy palette, which is the white one, or if you want to have no palette at all. And then you will have a discounted price without the cost of the palette. So instead of 72 euros, you would be paying 50 euros. I think that's great. And you'll have your summary here with all the eyeshadows you're buying and your costs. I really recommend it. I love this. There are discount codes out there. I would see if you can find them on Lethal Cosmetics Instagram posts. They are discount codes of German influencers usually, so I don't understand half of what they're saying, but that will give you usually 10% off in your purchase. The shipping is via regular mail, Deutsche Post, and the tracking doesn't really work in the sense that you will know that the package is shipped, but after it reaches Deutsche Post and it reaches the international hub, you will not know where it goes. And that is because it is a low cost option for shipping. I am not sure, but you might be able to upgrade your shipping. I never tried that. The products arrive in about a week to 10 days from Germany to the Netherlands. I guess it is a little bit longer when you're talking further away internationally. Just to remind you, the Netherlands and Germany have a border in common, so they're not that far away. Anyways, so let's get into my latest order. They have recently released the Awakening collection. 8 beautiful eyeshadows that speak spring. There's pastels and neons, both matte and metallics. The eyeshadows are very good quality. I am very impressed, and I have to say some of my favorites and the ones that I'm most impressed with are the pastels. Pastels, you know, are difficult to make because you start with a pigment and then you have to dilute the pigment to make it a pastel color. So you have to add white, and that can give chalkiness and low pigmentation if you dilute the pigment with something that then is transparent instead of white. So formulating pastel eyeshadows is not easy. However, these matte eyeshadows right here are absolutely fantastic. I have created quite a few looks testing all of these eyeshadows on my eyes, and I will insert a few here on the screen, and you can always take a look on my Instagram because that's where I'll be doing my looks first. I'll be showing my looks first, and I cannot say anything bad about these eyeshadows. There is not one dud among them. Today I am wearing this pastel yellow in the crease, a very tiny amount. I didn't want it to actually show up, but only to blend the green. And I have this metallic yellow on the lid. Then I have in the crease as a main green, this shade here, which is Habitat, and was released at the end of last year in Entomology collection. It was a bug inspired collection, I believe. And then I have another metallic on the outer corner of my eye, and this one here is Ether, one of their best sellers. One thing that you might have noticed now by looking at these eyeshadows is what a bunch of incredibly unique shades. They have their neutrals, you've seen here, you will have your cream, your coppery gold, your dark browns, your mauves. They do have neutrals in their collection, but they are focused on collections that are themed and that have color and unique color stories. I absolutely love that. I am oversaturated with neutral browns, and I wouldn't go and buy many neutral browns nowadays. So I am very happy that they have a lot of variation and a lot of colors. One thing that is absolutely unique and stunning is their jewel toned metallics. So I'll just show you these three that are 3 eyeshadows that I have in my separate little palette, because I have the other 2 palettes are full, and I just wanted to show you on a dry hand with one swatch how punchy and beautiful these metallics are. And the best part is, this is the way they apply with a brush. Here is the little essence brush that I apply all my foiled eyeshadows with, and I wanted to show you how nicely, I can't see anything that I'm doing, how nicely they apply also with the brush. There you go. It is almost the same as with a finger. You can always wet the brush, you can always apply them with a finger, but the formula is really, really good. When it comes to the mattes, I think they are very good quality mattes. They need to be worked with a little bit, in the sense they don't blend themselves. They're not Visart style mattes that are very buildable and low pigmentation. These pack a punch, so you have to apply them with a little bit of intention. You don't just and done. You actually apply them when you want them, and you blend the edges, because they're very pigmented, but they're nothing like Subculture. They're not that type of matte. These are way better, much better blendable, and much more buildable, in the sense that you don't get a patch. These are, I think the pigmentation is spot on, and I think that they are a very good formula. This is an improved review compared to my previous one I did on the blog, because I realized a little bit this pigmentation, and I kind of adjusted my use of it in a more intentional and smarter way, I would say. Some standouts for me that are the most unique shades in this collection, I don't have them all, I don't have them all, are the greens. This green here I chased for so long, this, what is it, acid green shimmer. It's called Vertex. It's beautiful. It is like one of the most beautiful shiny things ever. And same is with the more yellow neon. This is a matte shade, it's called Relapse, and it's super pigmented. I used these matte pastels like in the inner corner, and you don't have to build them up, you apply them there and it's beautiful. Again, check on Instagram the looks, because I did quite a few of them. And in the new collection of the Awakening collection, they also had this shade here called Echo, and this is a bright coral with an orange to pink shift. It is not super visible to the camera, I'm afraid, but it has a beautiful, it's a very bright neony coral with a little bit of a shift that goes towards the pink. I love it. I love every single one of these eyeshadows. I love them. It's a rave review from me. It is a brand that I would recommend everybody to try out, especially since you're in Europe, because for us it is quite difficult to get a hold of these US or Canadian indie brands. Think Cleona Cosmetics, think Signe Grace, Divina Cosmetics. It's all very difficult to get, because you would pay a lot for shipping, and you pay a lot for customs when you import these eyeshadows, whereas these are made in Germany, made in the EU, shipped from the EU, and you will not have customs issues if you live in the EU. If you live in the States, they do ship internationally, and the States have a much different policy on import, and I think you do not pay taxes unless you purchase above 450 euros. Dollars worth of product, so you will not have the issue. I have ordered from Nabla Cosmetics when I was in the US, for example, and didn't pay for import taxes at all. What can I tell you? I am going to insert now the swatches of all the eyeshadows that I have with the comparisons to each other, and I hope this helps anybody who is looking for a swatch of this brand's eyeshadows. I know I was struggling quite a bit when I was looking online. If you want me to actually give you a tutorial with some of these shades, let me know down below. I did not film this look right here because I thought it was so simple and it went on so easily that I didn't want to, I don't know, I didn't film it. It's a bit silly maybe. Let me know down below if you want a tutorial with these and what color story you'd like to see. I'm very, very happy to do that. And overall, I would definitely recommend you to try Lethal Cosmetics. I hope this review helped you guys. I hope you are going to love your Lethal Cosmetics eyeshadows. Let me know if you bought any or if you're gonna buy any, and if you did, which ones I'm missing that I really, really need to have. Here go the swatches. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you like this video and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!